Hi everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube video and a new experience of Insane Monopoly. Later today, October 25th, on Tuesday, we're beginning Game 2 of Insane Monopoly. And we've made some changes, as has the board. And a lot of these changes are fantastic because they're going to result in us spending less time trying to find things, trying to locate things, and organizing things, and more time being miserable because we're playing Insane Monopoly. I decided I wanted to make this video as a sort of round zero to explain some of the new rules and introduce one of our new players. And by one, I mean two. Those who are familiar with the previous iteration of Insane Monopoly might notice that the boards are color-coded. This is a beautiful, wonderful thing because all of the title deeds are color-coded as well. This is the biggest change, aside from the global events deck, which will cause major changes to how the game is played. Whenever one of us passes, not lands on, but passes this global event space right here, we flip over one of the cards and put it on an empty space. Oh, this one prevents travel vouchers from being used until it's discarded. That would be terrible. But otherwise, the game is largely the same. Gone are the chance time space style crazy investment shenanigan space that was here because nobody used it. It wasn't really that fun. We have more stock exchange places, we have more roll 3 spaces, and these are special pay corners that have special rules. Speaking of pay corners, we actually decided that we were going to have a random poll to see who started with which properties, because you will notice that some of them have already been divvied up. We did not get these properties for free, we had to pay for them, so our net worth still starts out the same. The only change is that Goji actually has 2 travel vouchers that he started with, which he paid for with his public transit executive. Therefore, he starts with 6,800 net worth rather than 7,000. But that's okay. After we did our draft to see who owns what, which is signified by these lovely little chips on the properties, we then were permitted to choose which pay corner we wanted to start on. This was to prevent the problem that we had last game where we all started on go. I had a majority on greens on turn 1 and was building hotels on turn 1, and people were landing on them on turn 1. It sounds like I would have had an insurmountable advantage, but I lost game 1, if y'all remember. So I am starting on go. Devin, who is represented as orange by the sickle and star, is starting on opening bell. Let's see. Monobender, the current CEO of Insane Monopoly and last game's winner, is the bag of money, and he's starting on one of the stimulus checks. New player Goji, so he's so Froge, and he's also the sandwich on the other stimulus check. And then finally, where is Goblin's egg? Where is Goblin's egg? Did he even place it on the board? He did. Oh yes, he started over here on bonus. But there's one other player to bear in mind. It's him. The little man's stream cat himself. Space Captain Raj is also joining the game. And whenever it's his turn, which comes after one full loop of everyone else, we roll the Raj die. It has the same average roll that we have with our dice, except he cannot roll doubles. When Raj moves, he moves backwards. He follows most of the same rules that we do in regards to movement, with a couple of exceptions. He doesn't like the subway, he doesn't like the bullet train, he thinks they're insulting. He doesn't need help having the Neumies, thank you. He always crosses London Bridge because he likes being tall. And when he lands on an owned property, he pays that player rent. Raj has infinite money, so Raj is capable of influencing the game every round. Raj always gets the last word because Raj goes after Goblin does, And there's an added bonus that if a player passes Raj or Raj passes us, we give Raj the good pets, and he lets us roll these 2 dice, and we get to choose one of the 8 decks based off of the dice to draw a card from. Raj is a very important player in the game, and this is because I still refuse to let him play Kittyzilla mode where he just pounces on the table and, you know, starts throwing everything all askew. But speaking of throwing things askew, just as there's the way for the cat to modify the games, there's a way for you to modify the games. We have Streamloots. That's right, those fun little cards that you could go on and buy and play to mess with the streamers. We have cards to mess with this game. 3 of us will be having these cards. I have them, Devin has them, Goji has them, and the links to purchase those cards are in the description below. And in case you're wondering, what are some of the things these could do? Well, let's say you get a particular card and you want to give somebody a break. Well, then why not do this?
Bad Goblin gets $1,000 from Jason Plays Gimmies on Twitch.
Bad Goblin would sure love you for that. But of course, there are also some cards that may not be as popular, and that would just really, wouldn't that be a terrible thing to have to do? Like, for example, let me just pull up another example.
What the fuck?
Jason Plays Gimmies on Twitch has dropped a new Manabender Stadium.
That would be devastating for Manabender. He'd really hate that. Do it. Absolutely do it. Or you could do it to me. I have a set of these cards, Devin has a set of these cards, Goji has a set of these cards. You will be able to purchase one of 40 different kinds of cards, and you won't know what you get until you open the pack. But just before you get too excited about it, bear in mind that when we get to the 2nd stream, we're going to add another bunch of cards. When we get to the 3rd stream, we're going to add more cards. When we get to the 4th stream, then we're going to be at the full amount. 60 unique cards with 60 unique effects. And if we need to, we'll add more cards beyond that. Game 1 took 19 rounds. Who knows how long Game 2 is going to take. 5 players, 4 streamers, 3 Streamloots sets, 2 new additions to the game, 1 entertainment spectacle that you need to be there for. 6:30 p.m. tonight, Tuesday, October 25th. We're gonna get it all started. We're gonna have a grand time, and we hope to see you there. I'm gonna set up a 4th monitor for it. It's gonna be nuts. Anyways, this is Jason signing off. I will see you next game. Thank you to everybody who has been supporting me for so long, and thank you for supporting my friends and supporting this crazy venture. Don't forget, you're also able to support me through my coffee, either through donations or memberships. If you donate during the game today, I'll let you give away some of my in-game money to somebody else. And if you join as a member, then you get Discord benefits, and then you get called out in a wholly epitomized fashion, like I will with my post-recording credits. I will hopefully see you there. We're looking forward to it.